I'm just kidding. Yeah, it was a good red zone period for sure. Got some good work against the D, some competitive work for sure.
Do you trust Trent Taylor the most out of all the receivers? Because it seems like that's a guy you really lean on.
I trust all of them. You know, each guy, and I think this time of year is good for, you know, earning that trust, and them the same with me. You know, they got to trust me the same I trust them, and you know, those guys have been doing a good job with that.
Kyle mentioned the other day that the receivers need to start making some plays. How much do you feel responsible for that, to let them get an opportunity to make plays?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, you know, one doesn't come without the other type of thing, and you know, I have to give them the chance, and so, you know, I have to make the proper read, get them in the right position, and, you know, like I said, give them a chance to make a play on the ball.
How much have you felt Nick Bosa just being out there on the practice field?
Decent amount. Yeah, he's made some good plays. He's just a savvy rookie. I mean, to be able to play the run and pass the way he does, it's impressive.
Kind of going back to Trent, obviously the last few games of 2017, you guys had a pretty strong connection. Considering his injuries in 2018, what's it going to take to kind of get that rapport back on the field?
I think just time out on the field together. You know, we stay after practice and we talk through some stuff every day, run a couple extra routes, and I think that those little things like that, just talking the same language and seeing the defense the same way. He has a unique ability of seeing the defense like a quarterback, and not many receivers can do that, so it's a nice luxury to have.
Kyle said yesterday you play games 2 and 3. The plan is to play games 2 and 3, not 1 4. Anything different in terms of your desire to play in the preseason coming back? Do you want to do more? Do you want to do less? About the same?
Whatever they're willing to let me play. You know, I always want to be out there with the guys, but whatever the coaches and training staff come up with, you know, I've trusted their plan this far, so they haven't done me wrong yet.
I'd say it was a little bit challenging with a few drops. Did you talk to receivers after practice yesterday about it?
I talk to them every day. Yeah, we're here for a lot of hours, so yeah, it's one of those things. It's training camps. There's going to be mistakes. You just want to minimize them as much as you can. You know, move on to the next day and correct those things and not make the same mistake twice. That's the big part right now, and so I think we're learning that, and you know, there's some growing pains that come with that.
How do you pick the guys, Jimmy, after practice? Which one you're going to work with? Because it seems like after each practice there might be a different guy every day.
Yeah, it's just kind of something, I don't know, the day before, night before, I kind of go through my notes and find out what I'm trying to work on with certain guys, and, you know, what needs urgency and what doesn't, type of thing, I guess.
And how much do those sessions help? Because you're out there at least about a half hour, right?
Yeah, I think they're tremendous. I mean, it's just it's an opportunity when the coaches aren't there for us to talk the same language and, like I said, see the defense the same way, and just it's good so that they know what I'm thinking and I know what they're thinking, really.
This was an unusual day of practice with all the Dwight Clark stuff, and obviously you're too young to remember the catch, but what kind of impact do you feel that he made on this organization that a guy your age could still feel?
Well, he sounded like a very charismatic guy. I never got to meet him, unfortunately, but just the energy that he brought, it sounded like it was contagious, and so, you know, we'll have loved to have had the chance to meet him, but it sounded like he made some real impact on this organization.
How about the play, the catch? What you undoubtedly have seen it. What do you think of that play?
It's incredible. I mean, to keep it alive. I mean, for Joe to keep it alive first, and then to give, you know, Dwight the chance in the back of the end zone and really put it in the only spot you could put it. I mean, it's a once in a lifetime play right there.
Before you were 49er, was that kind of the iconic thing that you thought of about this organization?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I mean that. Really, yeah. I mean that would be the number one thing for sure.
Jimmy, you've never done any film work with Joe or Steve, have you?
No, unfortunately, I would love to, but maybe down the road.
We'll work on that.
Yeah, definitely. Put in a good word for me if you could.
John Lynch recently described you as a field player. Do you know what he means by that? Is that a fair characterization? He was like, he meant like you're better in an 11-on-11 setting than you are in 7-on-7.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would agree with that for sure. I don't know. It's just kind of when the bullets start flying type of thing. I don't know. Your juices get flowing. I don't really know how to describe it. It's just kind of something that happens.
You don't have to think. You just react.
I mean, you're thinking. Yeah. In this offense, you're always thinking for sure. But yeah, the reactions kind of just happen. You know, you see someone flash in front of you, and you just kind of react and play football.
What are the challenges for a quarterback when you're rotating at receiver as often as you guys do early in training camp?
I think just getting the timing down with each guy. When you're in the huddle, you have to see who you're with, and you know, if you're calling an individual route, you got to see who's on that individual route, and you know, things can get jumbled and mixed up a little bit. But that's what training camp's for. You know, injuries are going to happen throughout the season, so you got to be able to react to that stuff.
How eager are you to see some of those guys distinguish themselves so you have sort of a better idea of who you're going to be working with during the regular season?
I mean, it's a battle. You know, there's a lot of competition, and that's going to lead to better football and a better football team in us. And so, you know, I love it. Quarterback room's competitive, every room. It's just, that's the nature of the beast right now.
Jimmy, how would you describe Kendrick Bourne's personality?
It's very energetic. I've never seen him down before. I mean, honestly, he's just the energy he brings every day. It's good for us as an offense too. Just these long days. I mean, they'll wear on you, but he always brings it. You know, whether it's practice, walkthroughs, whatever it is. It's nice to have a guy like that.
Speaking of
Can you
energy,
dance like he can?
Sorry.
Can you dance as well as
Can I?
Kendrick?
Yeah, I just don't like to do it out there.
Public? Gotcha.
Can you talk about the jump he's made from year to the youth league?
Yeah, just you know, KB's one of those guys. He really doesn't, you know, he doesn't tire out, which is, as a quarterback, you love that because he can run routes for days and just his speed never changes and he never changes as a person. So when you can get someone who's consistent like that as a quarterback, you love that.
Speaking of energy, McGlinchey and Staley, it seemed like they hit it off right away from the moment they got here. And they seem to balance kind of when it's time to be serious and when it's time to have fun. Just what kind of impact and influence does that have in the locker room and on the team?
You know, they have a very unique relationship. You know, just being the age difference is so different, but they're so similar in personality. It's fun to be around those guys. You know, they always keep it light, but like you said, when you get out there between the lines, they're different people in the huddle, and I love that. You know, it's just I don't know. You gotta have guys like that who could, you know when to turn it on and know when to turn it off.
Do you see them kind of sniping and challenging each other during practice?
Oh yeah. I mean, I want to call it trash talking, but it's really not trash talking because they're on the same side. But it leads to good competition.
You talked about the competitive quarterback room. Can you talk a little about the battle between CJ and Nick and what you're seeing with them?
Yeah, I think you know it's good for all of us to have competition like that. I mean, it's going to push us all and make us all better. And I think you know, you'll see who rises to the top type of thing.
You're gonna be in Denver next week practicing. If you think back to last summer in Houston, do you get more out of practicing against a team for 2 days than cameos and exhibitions?
Yeah, I prefer it. Especially, I mean, you see different looks, new defense. I mean, you get to this point in camp, defense knows our calls, we know their calls type of thing, and kind of becomes repetitive. But whenever you get that chance, it you know, the juices kick up, the competition kicks up, everything. It's just it's exciting.
kind of go back to Dwight Clark Day. You know, I'm just speaking to some of the patients out there today, and they talked about just how much the game of football helps them cope with their diagnoses. What does that mean? Just know that just something as simple as going out and doing your job, playing the game, has helped these people out.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. Anything we could do to help like that. I mean, at the end of the day, we're just playing a game, you know, but you know, it means so much to so many people. So that's why we put so much into it, though. You know, that's why we come in here every day and go to work, and I mean, that's what makes it great.
You guys had
About
some.
not making the same mistake twice. Can you talk about your rookies and how they progressed, and Jalen in particular?
Yeah. I think you know, learning this offense is not an easy offense to learn in general. You know, I went through the whole process of it, so those guys are right in that right now, and there's going to be ups and downs. But I think for the most part, you know, they've been very consistent, and just they're getting better. You know, they both have skill sets that are very unique to each one of them, and they're using it. So you know, it's nice to have that as a quarterback.
You guys had some success in the red zone today. So what's been some of the points of emphasis just heading into the season?
In the red zone?
Yeah, specifically in the red zone.
I think just honing in on the details. You know, the red zone, it's a tight area. There's no room for mistakes. And when you do make a mistake, the defense is going to expose you on that. So I think guys just locking in and focusing on the little details, it's going to help us.
By details, do you mean just route running, like reading the defense before the snap?
Yeah, there's a million. I mean, all that stuff. Even up front, you know, they got blocked first in order for us to make the completion. So it's all tied together.
All right, thanks, guys.